welcome this latest edition of our series, Media Chat with the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency NYESOM. Of course, as you can see, this is coming to you live across all major channels, and we are reaching you from the Minister's official residence in Abuja. My name is Benga Arulima. I'm your regular anchor for the series, and I'm here with my colleagues from across all the major television channels. I'll be introducing them, but that will be with the kind permission of the Honorable Minister. And let me introduce my colleagues. I'll start from my immediate right here. I have here with me somebody who's joining us for the very first time on this series. Is Chuks Wane. Chuks is General Manager, Abuja and Northern Operations, Guardian and Newspapers. Chuks, good to see you and welcome aboard.
Okay.
And sitting next to Chuks is Somna Sabo Shagari, or you have removed the Shagari?
It's always in the middle.
Somna Shagari is joining us. He's Director of News and Rise News, Abuja.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Somna.
Thank you.
And of course, across the aisle, we welcome back a face that used to be regular here. He was away for a very long time, but he's back now. Give God all the praises. Pleasure to welcome Chamberlain Uzo. Chamberlain is Station Manager, Channels Television, Abuja. Good to see you, Chamberlain.
Thank you.
And of course, sitting next to Chamberlain is Ayo Ozunga. Ayo is Bureau Chief, Abuja Bureau Chief, TVC News. Ayo, good to see you.
Thank you.
And of course, sitting next to Ayo is Chijoke Okafo. Chijoke is of ADBM. Chijoke, good to see you too.
Good to see you too. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister, you can see that you are in a very sober mood. We know the reasons. We know that you received the body of your very good friend, late Senator Marinada Ukidi, this morning at the Abuja Airport. You know it must be a trying moment for you. On behalf of all of us, we pass our condolences to you. But then how do you feel this family? Just a couple of days before the news of his death, we saw the two of you, that video, I think it was during the thank you visit to the local government in Bayelsa.
In Rivers.
Sorry, sir. And is that thing like a full part of it?
Well, it's unfortunate. Please God, we can't question, but human beings we feel so bad. But there's nothing we can do. All we do is to God to receive him in bosom, and then that's what life is all about. We know that we'll live one day, but when it's one we don't know. How it's what we don't know. It's so like I said, we had to go and receive his corpse this morning as I arrive at the international airport. So that's where I'm coming from before I come to this place.
Any plans by the family for burial plans?
Well,
Already
the family are yet to meet. But they also meet. It has not touched. So I saw this member at the venerable and the commitment that having the work with the work, the family will take certain decisions and then they will communicate with us.
Again, our condolences, sir.
Thank you very much.
To the family.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, sir. Saturday, February 21 was a historic day for you. That was when the area council elections in Abuja took place. And at the end of the day, party that you work for almost made a clean sweep. 5 area council chairmanship positions out of 6, and more than 2/3 of the councillorship positions. But then, how do you feel being a member of the PDP and working actively for the success of a party that's that you're opposed to?
This question severally. You asked me sometimes, and I told you in 2023, I did say, even as a PDP member, I was going to work for the president today, Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because I believe, and rightly so, that they don't having been there for 8 years, that the South should, have a stake for it, and that the candidates that other parties are presented, for me, appear not to be serious candidates, are not likely to win the elections. And worst of it, my own party tried to disobey their own constitution, and with kind of impunity decided that they would do whatever they want to do. I came out and I said I was not going to take that, and I was going to support a southern candidate, and I pitched my tent where the president today is. So the issue of how do I feel, and I also have said severally that as it is today, my party appears not to have learned, and that I was also going to see support Mr. President for a second time in office. And I did not also miss words to say as a minister that my party never consulted me of the candidates they were going to present. Only candidates who told me they were running the election, and which are also candidates that were supporting the president. Those candidates I will support. It's unfortunate they may be in the same party, but I never said I was going to support so party, but I said I was going to support candidates who are in support of Mr. President for his re-election. It doesn't matter which party the candidates may belong to, but if they are supporting Mr. President, then of course I'm going to pitch my tent. So the issue of how do I feel being another party and working for another party does not arise. So that's why I have to go back to history, so you know where we are. And remember in one of our interviews here I said, because of the crisis of PDP, it will be very difficult for candidates. I mean, it's like taking too much risk. Who do I know who actually will be the national party chairman, who has the right to communicate to the Independent National Electoral Commission as required by the ANEC guidelines? And so taking a risk to run in a party that you do not know who actually will be responsible in submitting your names to ANEC, that would be a very big risk. And again, how prepared as a party that will be presenting you, sponsoring you for that position is another thing altogether. So if you say working for another party, I don't think so. But working for Mr. President, yes, and I owe no apologies to anybody.
The election itself generated a lot of attention even before the election, because a lot of people saw it as a prelude to what will be happening in less than 8 months or so from now. And I mean, apart from that, your own person too also added to that attention. You were accused of declaring a curfew, all in an attempt to ensure that things go in a particular way that made it impossible for people to come out to vote. That got some people angry and they didn't bother to come out to vote and all of that.
Well, you see, and I have to say this clearly, election is a process. It's a process that starts from nomination of candidates. It's a process that goes to campaign before you get to election. So election is not just that particular date of voting, and that's the mistake people make. You are going to school, you know exam will come. An exam will be, say, in 2-3 months' time. Nobody waits for exam to come before you know that you will prepare for the exam. So it's a process. You must attend classes, you must read to be prepared for the exam. And that is why you see students who are not prepared for exams. When they see an opportunity of student demonstrating for that to be strike, they call for strike. They rather not to write the exam. This election you are talking about didn't just come on the 21st of February. The process has been there. Remember, and that's what I've always told people, some parties have said that the election of 21st February will determine the election of 2027. Remember, the Senate that represents FCT has said that they will use local government election to teach me a lesson that FCT is not.
There's no Obiakpo.
It's not River State. I'm coming to that of Obiakpo. It's not River State. Therefore, I believe that they ought to have prepared. But let me answer one question before I go back. That I declare curfew. You see, that's why we have to be careful. I had one the senator said so. I know she doesn't read. She reads love magazines, all those things. If we had my speech, I said, by the approval of Mr. President, by the approval of Mr. President, who has said for people to go back to their area council where they come from, that he has given a work-free day so that you don't go back late as against Saturday. By the approval of Mr. President, I never, but assuming do not conceding, as the minister who represents Mr. President, the security reports I have, they do not have it.
Was that why you were moving?
Excuse me, let me answer the questions. Allow the public to get the whole thing before you ask me another question. Because we are here for the public to get everything that happened. That's why we're here. With all due respect, sir. I mean, you have your time, but let the public know what happened. I never declared curfew. I never declared public holiday. And I said, by the approval of Mr. President, he has restricted movement from 8 p.m. From 8 p.m. In essence, you have a free working day. So from 8 p.m., you don't need to go. We have intelligence reports. We didn't want any situation to say, oh, violence in the election. And this is not the first time. All over the states, where government have come to say, look, the administration will move for so time to so time. People you have said, oh, people didn't come out to vote. Whose duty it is to mobilize people? You are the one contesting the election. You are the party that sponsored you to run an election. Is it the duty of INEC to mobilize people to come and vote? It is the responsibility of political parties. It's the responsibility of candidates in that election to mobilize people. Look at where Senator Rite voted. Her own polling unit. Where we thought you know the people. You can mobilize them. ADC had 2 votes. APC had 3 votes. PDP had 1 vote. That is the senator's polling unit.
7 votes.
Yes, polling unit. And what you saw these people shouting every time that, oh, people didn't come out because whose duty? Now, you are the one telling people that, look, this government is not doing well. The only option you have is to mobilize people to come and vote against the government you have told people that are not doing well, or the government is not doing well. Now, let us tell ourselves the simple truth. Who would have beaten a socialist government in this election? How did they win? Simple. When the president came in power, he appointed us. He called me. What difference can we make? That all over the years, ruling parties have never won. And what's the secret? We're only interested in concentrating within the city. Those that live in the city, from experience, from records, don't come out to vote. They're all big men. But they only can talk. They only can criticize. But to come out and vote is the problem. And the president said, listen, we must go to the satellite towns and let them feel the impact of governance. Let them feel the impact of government. And we went to satellite towns and go and see how happy the people are. When people talk about people didn't come out, where did they not come out? Other than within the city. But when they go to satellite towns, go to Karu, go to Kabusa, go to Sheriti, go to Wasa, go to all those areas, people came out to vote. And you remember, the candidate of ADC had said that, oh, this is not Obiabo. You see, we always give, do you know I have not had any media chat for long? I said I was not going to have any until this election is concluded. Let us really know. Because it is easy to come out on national television to talk. It is easy to say this and to say that. Now the reality is done on them. Now, you talk about the party, my party. That's why am I happy that they lost election. I have told you this. If you don't read, you can't pass the exam, no matter how you call God. Show me where they campaigned. And somebody has said, oh, I move about. How many polling units in FCT? FCT had not less than 3,000 polling, for example. And assuming they don't concede, I went to 10 polling units, for example, to check what was going on. How would that affect 3,000 polling?
But the question is, why did you have to move?
I have a right. I'm the governor of FCT. For security, I have to find out what's going on. I don't need to be told. No, it's not correct. I'm not a candidate of the election.
Yes,
what
and you are not an INEC staff, sir.
No,
it's only INEC that can move around on election.
No, you are wrong. You are wrong. Read your law, please. Read your law.
Would you like to
I'm coming.
Yes.
As a candidate, I cannot move around. I must have my agents. As the chief security officer, I have a right to have a view of what is going on. I have a right. And how does it affect? How does it influence
Because a lot of Nigerians
the election?
the rationale.
No, I have told you. No, I don't know when you people do the referendum of a lot of Nigerians. That's what we have always done. When 20 people go to National Assembly, you say, this is what Nigerians want. When did Nigeria conduct a referendum? When did you conduct a referendum to say that Nigerians are not happy that I, as a minister, I went to 10 polling units to check what was going on. As I get 3,000 and something people that have influenced the election. You mean as
that's because no previous minister ever did that.
what is my business? What is my business? You have said here that the previous ministers you had never bothered about development. So because they did not do development, that means I should not also do development.
But there was
And they want-
people you used to go to and they were hailing you.
Oh, what?
And all of that. Isn't that
First-
Wouldn't that
first of
what
all,
we're talking
vote
about?
for APC? I mean,
No,
that's what people are
first of all, let us take it one by one. I'm not in the ballot. I was never in the ballot. And I never came out to say, vote for APC. Any day, I never came out to say. All I said, candidates supporting Mr. President are the candidate I will support.
Wow.
Fine. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. It's not every APC person that's likely to support Mr. President. But assuming they're not conceding that is right, are you telling me that because I visited 10 polling units out of 3,000 and something polling units, that was how it influenced the election and you lost?
You ask people. You ask people to come out and vote, and you will take care of the rest.
Yes.
A lot of people are questioning that. What is the meaning of that?
Oh, listen,
they say,
see, that's
come out, vote. I'll
have you
take
heard
care
of
of the
me
rest.
say agreement is agreement? Have you heard me say agreement is what? Agreement. You do for me, I do for you. You fall for me, I fall for you. Every government, every party will say, look, we are going to give you good governance. We are going to provide infrastructure. And I say, listen, if you vote for us, leave it for us to do our own part. Okay. Our own part is to provide the infrastructure as we promised. In fact, when we came on board, I went to all the area councils and I asked them, Amag, what do you want? Buhari, what do you want? Kuje, what do you want? Gwagalaja, what do you want? Abaji, what do you want? Kwali, what do you want? We want this road. No, we want police stations. We want this school. Fine. I came back to Mr. President. This is what the area council said. You see, we're sitting down here and providing projects for communities that they don't require. They tell you their own immediate want. And then you are able to provide them. And I come back to you. I came here and I told you. And you told me what you want. I said, well, I was going to do it. And we have done it. That means you must have confidence in the government.
Yeah, but Honorable Minister, you got one PDP, just hold on, you got one PDP local government. That's Gwagwalada Area Council. Was it a concession to you to thank you for all you did to get APC 5? At least have one.
What do you mean by concession? Does I say, okay, this party, take 4.
I'm talking
you
of the voters.
take 2.
I mean, maybe the voters or powerful people within government are saying that.
Probably, you see, now, first of all, probably, you must also understand, one of the factors that may influence voting is choice of candidates. You have to be careful about that. There are things I don't want to say here, but I do know that the APC candidate that was selected or that was nominated or flew the flag of the party, that was a problem. And that was a problem.
Abdullah Ganduje, who is alleged to have imposed someone.
I didn't know you are the one telling us.
Because Mr. Minister, I heard you were angry about that nomination.
I couldn't be angry because I'm not in the APC to choose who will be a candidate. But I know, first of all, I have the privileged information by my position. And I do know that people may have expressed mixed feelings. But what I'm trying to tell you, that the choice of candidate is also a factor in any election. It may not have been last time, but does not mean to not be now. Or if it was not now, does not mean to not be tomorrow. People must understand this. And we must not always think that, or take this for granted, or it will continue to be like that.
If I could interrupt. The feedback we got about that curfew you declared. Some of the candidates told us that as a result of that curfew, many of them were not able to come out and vote because usually when they go to work, that is where their polling unit is. So when you declare the curfew 8 p.m. the previous day up until 6 p.m. the next day.
With all due respect to
you. You said you're the president.
No. When you say
curfew and public holiday.
I'm coming. Restriction is from 6 a.m. on a voting day.
The previous day was public holiday.
No, that was Saturday. Now let me tell you. Election was Saturday. Every election has time for decision. Now, by this 8 p.m. was bought for security. People not to move in people from other areas to cause crisis in the city. That's security.
Yeah, but the feedback is that, let me finish that. They said that they couldn't come out because usually they are used to going to vote, moving around on that same day. So many of them registered there because you were asking why did they not prepare?
Please, you couldn't have moved around on Saturday night. Friday night. Because it's not a voting day.
Yeah, but the day of the election, they couldn't move around.
No, that's what I'm saying. There has always been restriction during voting period from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yes, you cannot say there will no restriction. Then you make it prone to a violence. You cannot.
But there was no violence before during the campaigns. It was peaceful.
Oh, you see, that is the problem. When you sit in your offices, when an armed robber wants to strike, he will tell you the strategy when he will strike.
So it must be the only way is to declare everybody sit at home.
Listen. When a student, I've told you here, when a student has refused to read, you don't expect the student to pass. If you like, let their father be archbishop and begin to pray and say, God, give my child retentive memory. There's no retentive memory when you didn't read. It will not work.
Honorable Minister, you said you moved around on election day as governor of the FCT. Now we know that President Bola Tinubu is the governor of the Federal Capital Territory.
Which one am I listening to now?
Okay, myself, Honorable Minister. Minister. You said you move around on election day as the governor of the FCT. Yes. But constitutionally,
the
President Bola Tinubu is the governor of the FCT. So we expected President Bola Tinubu to be the one moving around, not you.
The power has been delegated to me. I'm exercising that power.
So you're assistant governor or deputy governor?
No, please listen to what I've said. You see, the power has been delegated, assignment has been given to me. Take for example, you see, that's why I say some Nigerians, some lawyers, like Femi Falana, when he was talking, have no power. First of all, I never declare curfew. I never said nobody should move. I said by the approval of Mr. President. Remember when I had incident with the military? The same thing for and I said no, the minister has power. He represents Mr. President. Now I'm no longer representing Mr. President. You know, you see this the kind of things you see in our country. And let me tell you, ask the opposition parties. I don't know. The only opposition party I don't know is PDP. The ruling party is APC. But let me tell you, would like to play to the gallery. I saw P2B, I saw Atiku, I saw Amechi going to campaign. What Amechi did was to buy corn. A corn he had never chewed as a minister on the road. A corn he had never chewed as a governor. You like to deceive the poor. Oh, you know, but you never ask yourself, when I was this position, was I doing that? In P2B today, he's doing birthday party, he goes to IDP camp. When he was governor, did he not have a birthday party? Mention one IDP camp that he did it. You know, we always like to people who will come to play to the gallery. And then you begin to see Nigerians are tired of.
But you said there's no opposition.
No, I said here.
About the ADC.
No, hold on. I said no. Listen to what. Why not you listen? That is why I don't agree with your station. Listen to me. I said the only opposition that the mere fact that the party is registered does not simply say you're opposition. No, it does not. What makes an opposition? Okay, let me tell you how you rate parties. There are 62 wards 62 wards. APC had 45. PDP had 17. Don't tell me this story. As a senator, in my own ward, I can produce a councillor, and you are telling me that somebody rigged you as a party, serious party, national party. You cannot win a ward, and you are coming to the national television to talk about it. It's so shameful.
Minister, during the campaigns leading to the council polls, we saw something similar to the Rainbow Coalition in Rivers State happening here within the Federal Capital Territory, particularly in Amak. And there are permutations that there could be some sort of influence by you for that event to have taken place the way it did. Were you directly or indirectly involved in that?
Now you get this clear. I'm a politician. I'm not a pastor. Right? If I wanted to be a pastor, I know where I would have gone to. I'm not a journalist. If I want to be a journalist, I know where to go to. I choose to be a politician.
And you play politics?
I am coming. Listen to me. Like, you learn from me. I don't know anything about journalism. So don't play into my own field. Now, you are talking about influence. So you know, the chairman who contested, when the last election that was held, the party normally shares. Look, this governor, go and take care of this area council. I was given area council. I was the one that made the guy to win.
Why?
No, it wasn't my party. No, that's what in PDP. I said, listen to what I said. PDP shared positions. And the guy now left. I said, why are you leaving? He said, look, sir, I can't take risk. I don't know who will sign my form. I have an opportunity that they have offered me to run a piece. I said, fine. I do know by your performance, you are likely to win. You are likely to win. You know, the thing that worries us here, or what you're afraid of, see, if I'm running an election today, and I know I'm not going to win, there's nothing wrong in me throwing the towel. It's not to begin to make noise. It is not true. The PDP, as at that time when we had, listen, when we have good leadership, not this type of bad leadership today. Ask him, did you come for any meeting? You, I assigned this. You, I assigned this. And it used to happen. It used to happen. It's no longer there. There's no coordination. And what result are you likely to have? And the same thing, and let ADC tell themselves the simple truth. For me, if I were them, the truth of the matter is, look, we came late. Tell people the truth. We are not going to participate in this election. We are not prepared. If somebody who is not prepared for exam, why not say, look.
But Minister, don't you think that will be disenfranchising?
Can I finish?
Of the
Can
PDP?
I finish? Let me finish. That's the problem I have with you people. When you ask me one question, let me finish with that, so that the public can benefit from it. What is disenfranchisement? If as a party, I say, look, we are not prepared for this election, does that not give you opportunity to vote for another person? What is disenfranchisement? Is anybody refusing you to vote? Disenfranchisement comes when you are not allowed to vote, or someone prepared to vote. But no, when a party comes to say, listen, we are not prepared for this, let us not down to the gallery. Let us not begin to tell people lies. We are not prepared. We are not prepared. Let us prepare and focus. If I was in Rivers State now, you would have said, oh, he rigged Rivers election. I was not there. I was not there. It will be difficult for anybody today to win our team. It in Rivers. It will be difficult. It doesn't matter how you may say it. It's not to come out on television to abuse anybody. No. No. It's not correct. Again, PDP couldn't participate in that election. Before the judgment of Federal High Court came out, directing INEC to recognize the caretaker committee, the process was over. And so there's no way they would have contested. And if you are running an election, which other party will you go and run? ADC, Senate Labour Party. You see, people should.
Why not political parties? Because they are registered and they have vehicles that could be used.
Please. You see, that's why we always cross confusion. Something you know that will not work. If you like, do it. Okay, let me tell you. If ADC, if I were them, go and challenge it in the tribunal. Challenge it in the tribunal. It's clear. Let them cancel the election. Let them do another, repeat the elections. It will not be anything different. There is no way. Come, what are you going to tell the satellite towns that what they are going to do for them? Look, he said, when we come. There was what I talking about when we come. There are people who are here now. They are giving us what we want. And you are telling us when you come. Let their coming not be Christ coming.
But that's the same thing APC said when it was in the opposition, and it eventually came in 2015.
No.
What makes you think that the ADC cannot come in 2027 or 2031?
Hold on. Remember, APC was the real opposition party to PDP. APC has structures. They have governors. So it was possible to make an impact. Unlike this, anybody who quarrels with Tinubu will go to another party. Anybody who doesn't like Tinubu's face will go to another party. Look, it's very clear. I was listening to what the spokesperson of APC, what's his name? What is this boy's name?
Felix Moka.
No,
ADC. Bolaji Abdullahi.
Okay, I hardly remember these guys, their names.
Your former colleague, actually.
No, I hardly remember.
How can you forget your former colleague?
What is wrong? Minister? I must not get 100% in every exam. I hardly remember. Now, let me tell you. Ask what made them to leave PDP to APC. What made them to leave APC to PDP? He ran an election for Senate. What now made them to leave PDP to form a... You see, everybody wants an enclave. Let me be, I'm in charge. And then, you don't tell the people the truth. You tell them, I was hearing him say, when he goes home, you will see his people. Which people? Which people? When the, I tell people this kind of thing that look, I'm sorry to say this. One of the things that made me go back to say thank you visit, I just wanted to see, to know, where are we?
Testing the waters.
And where are we? And all of you, you are shocked. I have said it more than 1 year ago. Senator Reti, you will come back as a senator.
Are you still standing on that?
Ah!
Are you going to decide that?
Are you going to dethrone
The people, no, let me tell you why not listen now? I have told you here. Look, you see, that's why people don't like those who tell you the truth. It's bitter. Let me tell you why. I will go to the satellite towns, communities. Do you know her? Do you know her? Let us show one project. You know to abuse Wike. I want you to be my friend. Is it by force? Oh, I want her to collaborate to what? What are you collaborating?
She's a senator of the federal.
Oh, who?
You are a minister of the federal.
Hold on.
And it's one federal government we have.
You know, you are part of the problems we have. Nobody says you are not a senator. Nobody says I'm not a minister. If I'm a minister, minister well. If I'm a senator, make sure that you do well. Okay.
Can't you work together?
Yes. Yes.
Who told you? So things are not moving.
On behalf of the Nigerian
She said she
people.
called you.
I
You
would-
yelled at her.
No, I don't. Do you know that?
Refused to pick her.
I don't even know her
After calling
number.
severally,
Can I tell you? Can I tell you? I'm not the man who pretends. I don't pretend. And I know what I pretend. And I've told you, mark it today. Today's what, 2nd of what? March. Look, you know, my report card will show. Your report card should also show. Opposition, show your report card. What did you do as a senator when you were? You see, we shouldn't be taking Nigerians for granted.
And she's saying that you use your friend, Senator Akpabio, the president of the Senate, to deprive her of some constituency projects to be funded.
If Wike is this too powerful, then succumb to Wike. Everything, you don't sleep well is Wike. You don't, if you are sick is Wike.
of the president.
I would like to, one thing you've been consistent about, and you've said it different platforms,
Yes.
is that you are a supporter of the president,
Yes.
but you also insisted that you remain a member of the PDP, and I respect you for
Yes.
that. If Mr. President wins his 2027 election, then that means he's going to stay till 2031.
Yes.
Looking at the People's Democratic Party, your party, which you never denied, if it's time to go to court, you are the first to go to court. Looking at from how many governors in 2023 to about how many of them now?
From
13 to 3.
To 3 now.
We don't even know
have exited.
those 3. We don't even know the situation with them. Are you worried, being a supporter of the president, that it might be difficult to review this same party you said is a strong opposition?
Now, just you see, let me just tell the truth. Am I worried that my house is crumbling or was crumbling? Yes.
So you don't look worried.
Yes.
Until you see me emaciated. Until you see me emaciated. Listen. Can I listen? It's not.
actually appear to be
I don't
enjoying it.
look.
Including your friend Ahmadu Fintiri, who has now left
Listen,
your biggest political opponent, Atiku Abubakar,
why not,
to the APC.
Why not listen? I don't look worried. Why should I be? Look, my being worried does not mean that I will look like a hungry man. No, I don't need to do that.
But is it not exhausting?
No, listen. No, let me just listen. I've told you here that. Am I worried my party is not doing well? Yes, I'm worried. Do I believe my party will rise again? Yes, to rise again.
In 2031.
Listen.
Finish the party.
Excuse me, the mere fact that you don't believe in yourself does not mean another person should not believe in himself. The mere fact you don't believe in yourself, what it requires is you putting yourself to work together, to say, look, where have we made mistakes? Can some mistake be corrected? Yes. Who told you there will be no problems here too? We're all human. We're all human. You see, this idea you think that you must have 15 governors before you win general election is not correct. And let me also tell you, go and mark it today. I've told you here, my support is for President Tinubu. I have never hidden it. That does not mean that PDP may not win some sub-national election. Man, every election is local. I have told you here. You saw how they won in Gwawalada. You see, when you are in a ruling party that is impurity, you may not bother. I'm in government. You can feed anybody you want to feed. It doesn't necessarily work that way. I have told you there are governors who couldn't put their successors, but they were governors. There are governors who couldn't make second tenure, but they are governors. For Christ's sake, for speaking out loud.
Are you not worried that your friend Bala Mohammed may likely not have a successor because of this?
Yes.
Is this decision to work for the APC born out of a need to keep your job? Because the president has been captured on video. Minister, let me answer.
I wanted to take exception to that. No. I want to. If you want to ask me a question, don't use about keeping my job. I've been a minister before. And that's the problem we have in this country. You think you must be a sycophant before you get a job. No. I was not a minister when I said I was going to support President Tinubu. I never sat down with you to say, if you win, you will give me so and so thing. No way.
Well, Minister, the President was also captured on video saying that if your performance as minister benefits your party, the PDP, more than the ruling party, APC, that he will sack you.
So that is the problem you have. When you see people are cracking jokes, and that's the kind of thing you sell out to the public. I'm so disappointed that you could say such a thing. You mean where you are cracking jokes, you now take it as a news. No, hold on. ADBN is unfortunate. I don't want to say why you are saying that. And I think we are past this level. The word keeping your job should not arise at all. Should not arise at all. I was a minister. I was a governor. Now I'm a minister. Am I going to die in the position? What's keeping job? The point is that about like people who are principal who have told you, I will do this. You want me to play daytime this way, night, the way some of your friends do it? I will not do that. I won't do it. So the issue of keeping your job, I take exception to that seriously.
Honorable Minister,
seriously, I take exception.
You made an assertion much earlier, which I had wanted to take you up immediately, but let me do that now. While you were justifying the curfew that was imposed, you made allusion to security report. Was it to the effect of people planning to disrupt the election or people planning violence? Because either way, that will appear strange.
That's not fair consumption. Now, let me just ask you one simple way. That they said from 8 p.m. Ask me, what do you want to do from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m.? No. The point we are saying, what the president has given you work-free day. Yes. Go back to your constituencies so that you can participate in the election. Now let me tell you what happened. And that's why you should know how intelligence is very, very interesting. On that Saturday, to tell you, around 11:30 a.m. from Araba, you can't believe it. I said 11 a.m. in the morning on Saturday 21st when I was going around. And that's why it was commend the security. If you see the influx of people coming to Abuja, the security said, no way, you can't. Election is taking place. We have restricted their movement from 6 a.m. And then, if anything happens at that time, where you allow people coming from states going to...
been accentuated by the fact that there was a curfew imposed hours preceding that particular...
It's not hours now. No, hold on. No.
Would have been moving
hold on now. This was done on Thursday. This was done on Thursday. It's on national television everywhere.
Yes,
it's on not done. No, you cannot say hours. It's not correct. It's more than 24 hours.
It's hours.
No, let us see. If we are selling out information, if the government has said restriction of movement for 8 p.m. on Friday night to 6 p.m. on Saturday, what it means that, look, you can't come in because election will be taking place. Remember, Abuja is at the center. Lokoja, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Niger. And if there are no such restriction or curfew, do you know the kind of how you will have studied security? Somebody saying that I had a detail saying this, oh, it has never happened before. Why has it not happened before? Elections are taking place in Niger, there is restriction. Elections are taking place in Kaduna, there is restriction. Elections are taking place in Nasarawa, there is a restriction. Elections are taking place in Lokoja, Kogi, there is restriction. So in that case, all the 4 states that are having boundaries with Abuja have been locked up. So it will be difficult. So even if you don't restrict in Abuja, you may not find it very difficult. But in this case, this is an off-state election. And therefore, people can trip in from Kaduna, people can trip in from Kogi, people can trip in from Nasarawa, people can trip in from Niger. How do you handle such a situation?
Honorable Minister, are you aware that
Yes.
so many people defy
Can you people say, can you
Does it mean that?
coordinate yourself very well?
Does it mean that as things stand in this country,
Yes.
we cannot have elections without restriction?
And let me tell you, the problem most of us have, when you go overseas, you take hook, line, and sinker. The kind of technology available, you don't have it here.
No, just Ghana here.
No, what we are talking about now, when we are talking about country population, you're talking about Ghana, that not even bigger than the River State. I mean, let us stop this kind of comparison. Let us stop this kind of comparison. The mere fact that does not happen in Ghana does not mean that it will not happen in Nigeria. What we are trying to do is to, at the time, to reduce the level of likely violence. That's what, and what's wrong in that? Then what do you stand to lose? First of all, there's no work. You are not going to work on Saturdays. So what's wrong in that?
People end their living on a daily basis in this country.
Nobody has restricted you from going to television hub because you're an essential duty.
But it's
Let us face no. Let us face a reality. No, has anybody, as a journalist?
No. I'm not speaking for us.
No.
It's not for those on essential services.
They said on essential services will allow you.
No, market women.
Market women, regular people.
They're putting you need to.
That is why it is easy. When once you say you open market, then you allow people to troop in. You can't control it. You can't.
Honorable Minister, are you aware that that's between that 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. on the 20th of February, many people residing in the city center defy the curfew, saying that this is not Port Harcourt,
Thank you very
this is
much.
a cosmopolitan city. You can't just stop lots of people from
You see a
moving.
contradiction. You said that stop people from coming out to vote. Now you have also said they defied it. So why didn't they come out to vote? That's a contradiction. Now you have said our curfew made people not to come out. You have also said here that majority defied it, and the same majority did not go out to vote. So which one do we take?
No, there's no, are you agreeing now? Minister, you would have said there's no referendum, but now you ban this.
No, that's to fault you. And look, you are the one who made the assertion. And not that I believed it, but I say, assuming, standing by what you have said, assuming don't not considering to it. How could you say our imposing curfew restricted people from coming out to vote? At the same time, based on what you have from Femi Falana, that, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something. You know, I tell people the problem people have. When I was a governor, under COVID, some oil companies defied it. I said, not under my watch. I picked all of them. That's nothing everybody was calling. Oh, that's it to hell. You know, I like to, those kind of people who think that they're above the law, those are the ones I'm interested. If I had seen him, he would have known. It's not about telling Nigeria I'm a human rights activist. Rubbish. Complete rubbish. Go and ask under COVID what I did in Rivers. I said, you must obey. You must. It has nothing to do with human rights here. You must. So oil company were flying them. When they fly them, I'll just carry you. I see the helicopters. Yes, I did. Heaven didn't fall. Even if heaven came down, everywhere would have been at peace. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If each time government brings up something that will help, You come from one little tiny thing that makes no meaning just to reduce it. He said that people defied it. And you are happy, for example, President gave order and you are saying people defied it. So you are happy you are.
No, we are
that's the country. That's the country. That's the country.
The opposition said so.
No.
That many defied the order because
you didn't say opposition. So if opposition said so, you would have quoted opposition.
No, I mean,
you said, do I know that people defied it?
And we saw it as journalists actually that people defied.
Let me take you on with those the opposition you belong to. Because you work for the opposition.
No, we don't.
No, you do. You do.
And you don't have evidence to back that, Honorable Minister.
We'll actually need to go on the
It will be wrong for you to say that everybody knows who works for who.
Honorable Minister.
Let nobody deceive us.
Honorable Minister, we'll like to go on a quick break.
Your session is
Sambo. Sir, we need to go on a quick break. When we get back, you can still pick on him, and then we'll do some mop-up, and then we'll probably delve more into developmental issues in the FCT. Okay, we go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
Is among those who are kicking against the provisions of the new Electoral Act. Well, I know you may say that, well, that's maybe not the faction that you support, but what is your impression about the provisions made on the Electoral Act? Because they think this is not going to be right.
Which of the sections are you not happy? Are you not happy from section provision of section 1 to the last? Or?
Of course, the key ones they've spoken about, the electronic voting, direct or indirect voting, taking away the powers from the parties to choose how they
okay, let me you see, that's why we always had problems. Let me start from the indirect direct primary. A lot of us in Nigeria have always complained that when you do indirect, you allow the rich ones to buy off the delegates. You allow the governor to dictate who will be there. Now people are taking steps now to see how they'll be able to reduce that. It has become a problem. You forgot yesterday that we have cried here that look, governors are the ones who have the resources. Ministers are the ones who have resources. If you're right, they will buy over all the delegates. So why not go for direct primaries? Now, the National Assembly, in their own wisdom, has okay, can we also make a trial of this? Because law, this process, you continue to amend, improve on it from time to time. That has become a problem. And my worry is that those of us who are supposed to educate the public, we have refused to tell members of the public. Why are we shouting? We are those who are shouting here that indirect primary is not going to be favored. The poor cannot. You refuse, you kept it silent. Now they are killing National Assembly for okay, there will be a lot of cries here. Let us now try direct. Whether it will work or not, let us try. Since we have tried indirect primary and people are complaining that the rich has always capitalized and bought over the delegates.
Isn't it better to
can I finish now? Can I finish? You see, this is a electoral act. Electoral act determines. That's why when you say, when INEC gives guidelines and the party violates the guideline, you don't come to say it's internal affairs of the party. You are bound to. You are bound to. And again, you have that. You see, that's the problem we're having. We blow hot and cold. You have now said allow the party. It is the same you that will tell public who is the party. Party is the few individuals who are controlling the party. They have determined what will happen. Nigerians are professional complainants. Professional complainants. There's nothing you bring down, nothing you put on top, that there will no complaint. That is on that one. You talk about electronic, like I've always said. Do you remember, under Buhari, the issue of electoral commission came. People are wrote to me, Amechi, They were in government. They said, no, don't sign. If you sign, you will lose the election. Nobody now talks. And this is the same person now who is coming out to the public to say, look, there should be electronic transmission. But while he was there, he refused. Simply because he felt his boss will be affected. Now, we are here. They did not say there should not be electronic transmission. All they said, in case, and which is likely to be, let us not disenfranchise people by not allowing their vote to be counted. Let us ask ourselves a simple question here. No matter how we claim, you and I complain a lot about internet. We complain a lot. You can imagine, forget about Nigerians. You see, let me tell you, there are those who are lobbying to be INEC chairman. They didn't get it. They have come to national television. They talk, you know, I just pity myself. I said, what kind of country is this? What kind of country is this? I am not saying, listen to that. Now, even at that time, no politician came out to say, no, there must be electronic transmission. Now the assembly, the wisdom has okay, listen. Let us take everybody together. Everybody's interest. Let there be electronic transmission. But where he faced, he cannot discountenance the votes of these people. And yet we are shouting. And when people say Nigerians, that who are Nigerians? I'm not a Nigerian. No. Are you not a Nigerian? Each time, listen, each time people come and say Nigerians, that's what I say. Who conducted this referendum? Okay. To say this is what Nigerians want. You see, you have vocal minority. Vocal minority.
But they still have a right to their opinion.
I didn't say that. No, my anger with you is that you say Nigerians.
Yeah, they're Nigerians too. They're still Nigerians.
No. If you say some Nigerians, but don't say Nigerians.
But you said yourself, Nigerians complain. You didn't say some Nigerians.
No.
You said that Nigerians are professional.
Yes. So let me say why I said so. Let me say why I said so. I said so because it's a reality. Why is it a reality? When this thing came under Buhari's government, that's the point I'm trying to make. Did you come out to say why should you not be there? That's the point I'm trying to make. Now somebody has tried to make a correction. Then you're the one complaining. That's the point I'm making. I think you should praise those who have tried to add something to improve on it.
Okay. Minister, we'll have some other issues before maybe they can go back to politics, but FCT issues. And by the way, I don't complain anymore. I have good internet now, so no more complaints. But about waste management in the FCT.
Let's finish the one before we talk about all those ones.
Which one is that? You still want to talk about politics?
All right.
That is the in thing now.
Of course, Minister.
That's the in thing now. You don't let him go through. He is the one, so you don't jump.
Okay. Tell us
That's
about
that's the part of leadership problem we have in the country. And look at it here now.
Minister, you're gradually joining
Thank you for Minister.
I have no
Honorable Minister.
Yeah,
Tell us about the peace process in River State. Have you been able to finalize, as in to ensure that we have lasting peace in that state? Because a lot of people are saying, because of the interest involved, that there's no how that there will always be conflicts between you and Governor Simlai Fubara.
Why should I be always the conflict? Did you find out anything that shows that we will not have a lasting peace?
In the last 3 years.
No. Now what you are saying is that something just happened.
Okay.
And then you are I'm saying, have you found out anything that suggests to the fact that but we don't think this peace will last? Is there anything you find out?
I've not seen anything.
Fine.
Political interest.
What's the political interest?
Well, as a first-time governor,
yes,
every governor will want to go for second term.
Yeah.
On your part, you have said that you will not allow him to have second term because doing so is to bury you politically.
I didn't say so.
So conflict.
I didn't say so.
See,
please don't say what
I
I didn't
good?
say.
No.
All I said is that look, all of us have political interests, right? And that as far as we are concerned, if we allow this, our own political interests would perish, not bury me. Please let us put in the proper perspective. And let me tell you this, the proponents of these problems are you people. Let me tell you how you are. If I were you, because there's nothing that suggests even you need them to pray that there should be peace. You believe that there should continue to be crisis, but it won't work. What you are looking for will not work that way. That peace has come to the river. As far as I'm concerned, as far as we are concerned, you know what is leadership? Leadership is being able to swallow certain things. Leadership is being able to say, okay, give and take. You can't always be right. You can't. And from what I've seen, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. Except you are telling me there's something I do not know. And that's why I ask you. Maybe because I believe I may be wrong, that in your investigation, you may have found out what I do not know. If you're able to tell me here, then that will guide me.
Now, Minister,
we actually be asking because persistently you have been on a particular trajectory. And this new reconciliatory is who we should be asking who is responsible.
But I told you, what did I say about leadership? I said leadership is give and take. Leadership is taking decision. It's not every day you must be right.
So you have reached that point
where you have to and it does not fall. What is a leadership? Only one man cannot be leader. The leadership at various levels. The government is a leader in his own right. Right? I'm a leader in my own right? And so what is important is, look, what do I do for the interest of the state? And for me, we have done everything we should do for the interest of the state. And let me tell you something. Apart from Mr. President, let me tell you, I don't think there's anybody who would have listened to. Apart from Mr. President, you see, I don't like people who are not sincere. There are so many people who tell people they come to intervene. It's not correct. It's not correct. I don't go there. Did they say they saw me?
They said you sent representatives to attend.
I sent representatives.
That's what they told us.
Who told you that? Panda never told you that.
And
then
God knows
no, please. He couldn't have said so. He also knows. You see, the point is, if you are looking for peace, open your door. As you finish, peace will follow you. You don't destroy a house and come and be the peacemaker. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. And that's why it's difficult for people like us. When I see that you're the architect of the problem. No, I'm not talking about you. What I mean by you as implement that you are the problem. And then you pretend. You have made statements in the public. You have said so many things. And this late hour, you come now to say, I'm starting a committee. How do I surrender myself?
Minister, the River State House of Assembly has tried to impeach Governor Sim Fubara twice as a PDP man and once even after he had defected to the APC. And we have seen a lot of, negotiations, peace talks, even constituted by Mr. President himself between you and Governor Sim. And you rightly pointed out here that there is relative peace in River State politically as it stands. We all know about the Rainbow Coalition that you have stated will bring about peace, progress and stability to River State. Does that include ensuring that Governor Sim doesn't come back for second term in 2027?
The only way that can be peace is only when he goes back.
Well, that's why we want you to clarify.
No, I don't know. It is you that defines what is peace.
Any governor who want to aspire to win the second time.
So have we reached to that point?
What brought about this relative peace?
Okay, let him aspire now if he wants to aspire.
What brought about this relative peace that you are enjoying?
What's the business of who I'm going to support?
We should know.
Why should you know about what I'm going to do? It's my right.
Minister, what brought about this relative peace? You haven't answered that question.
I didn't tell you the word relative peace.
All right, peace in Rivers State.
Mr. President intervention had brought, but you are the one putting the word relative peace. It didn't come from my mouth.
All right, sir.
The word relative is from your mouth. And I don't know why you enjoy problem to be in Rivers State. Who said you come from?
Honorable Minister, I'd rather not say on air.
Okay.
Honorable Minister, thank you so much for becoming a peacemaker in Rivers State. Nigerians are happy.
I've always been a peacemaker.
Nigerians are happy that that place is quiet for the moment. Oil is flowing, people are moving around peacefully and all of that. But, Honorable Minister, do you know Boma Yayi, the Executive Director of Finance and Administration at NDDC? And will you by chance say that he's fit to become the governor of Rivers State in 2027? Because there are claims that you are supporting him to emerge as APC governorship candidate.
Even if I'm your son, would you ask me that kind of question?
Well, I mean, these are the things we're hearing as journalists.
Tell me somebody who is the Executive Director of Finance Administration if he's fit to be a governor.
Because they say you are supporting him to take over from Governor
Who
Fubara.
told you continue to tell you? Let them continue to tell you. Since that's what you want to, I'm not going to discuss that issue. When the time for governorship comes, people will sit there and discuss about it. I'm busy here talking about development here.
Honorable Minister.
Yes.
I would like to ask. I don't know if other Nigerians are also interested. Personally, I'm interested in knowing if you have moved your polling units from Rivers to Abuja. Because the way we spoke about the senator for FCT and how you say what I should do, and then I'm wondering if Honorable Minister now votes here. Is your right?
I know where you're heading to.
Because if you are still voting in Rivers,
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you?
There will be movement, there will be restrictions.
Can I tell you something? By the time Mr. President finishes his 3rd year anniversary, go and ask all those parties where they will run the election in 2027. By the time President finishes his 3rd year anniversary, as far as Abuja is concerned, go and ask them where they still want to run. You see, I have told you, performance secret of people supporting you is not anything magic. Look, as I sit here today, if I go to Keti now, if I go to Kabusa, I go to Wasa, I go to Buhari, I go to, look, mention where they cannot feel the impact of Mr. President's administration. Mention anywhere. There are 6 area councils. Tell us whether this government has had positive impact in any area council or not. As I sit here, I can close my eyes and name them. Watch what happened this May June when the president would do the 3rd year anniversary. So it's no longer, is it before? It was different. Do you know that there was no election that any ruling party had won in the villa? You know that? Yes. What happened now? What happened? What happened? They rigged it there too. You know, you see, let me tell you, there are things you cannot deny. There are things you cannot deny this administration. You can't. No matter whether you like them, you don't like them, you hate the president, you don't hate him. As far as Abuja is concerned, you cannot hate Mr. President. I know you're an indigenous of Abuja. You are. Can you, in your own way, tell Nigerians the truth? The truth. Forget that you offer our eyes.
Well, I mean,
no, you cannot.
Mr. Minister, see, I think you have not been watching Horizon because
no.
When there are issues that have to do with FCT, I said
there are things we do respect.
There are things we actually give kudos to.
We do respect to you.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to waste my time in everything.
Yes, sir.
I don't, and I must tell you that. And I don't pray. I am not looking for friendship. I don't do that.
Yeah, but we do our job and we say it.
I don't know what is going on.
Well,
let me tell you.
Done well as a minister.
No, you cannot, because if they have not done well, the gods of the land will kill you. Because it is very obvious. Because you are from Abuja here. Whether you like me or not, no matter how you hate me, you cannot be blind not to see what is going on. You cannot. So it doesn't matter whether you like me, you don't like me, oh, you abuse me, oh, you don't abuse me. Oh. Even when guy who's here, you will see it everywhere. That's why I think, look, as a human being, one thing that gives me joy, happiness, I go to a place, not where you the elites are, all you know is to criticize. When I go to the villages, yeah, don't hate me. Look at the happiness in them.
They've always done that to other ministers, to be very frank.
They have never seen a minister. I challenge any. Look, it's not that you are passing on the road to see minister. Tomorrow, I'm going to start thank you visit.
Where?
Yes, in FCT, yes.
Will you be visiting the traditional rulers because they say you've never held a meeting with them?
Why would I tell you the such things?
The FCT Traditional Council.
You know, come, look, let me tell you. Maybe you don't know me very well. Visit, so I should visit every traditional.
The major one. You
did it
so who's not a major one? I hold meetings.
You did the same thing in Rivers.
No, I hold meetings. Listen, I hold meetings with traditional rulers. I don't visit traditional rulers.
What's the difference?
You don't know there's a difference.
Well, from your explanation,
I say, listen, this one, no, hold on now.
All right.
If I call you journalist to a meeting, I go and visit Benga privately. It's a different thing now. You should know that. You should know that. And I don't want them to be involved in politics.
But you visited Sergeant Awuse in Rivers.
No, he's a politician.
Oh, as a traditional ruler.
He has told you from day one. If you want to come and take the position, he was a politician before. So he does not hide his own feeling. But the point I'm making is that, look, how many ministers who know these communities in the satellite town? How many? I'm not from here. How many? I can tell you from Kwali. I can go to Abaji. I can go to Gwagwalada. I can go to Buhari. I can tell you Amak and Kuje. You cannot take it away. You can't. I don't need to. You see, there's one adage in my place. When a lizard, you know, falls down, he look around and if there's nobody present, he prays himself.
Honorable Minister, we have.
As far as I'm concerned, no matter how channels, AIT, what is this Sunrise or Arise, TVC, Guardian, no matter how ADBL or ADBC.
Minister, we are always for you.
I didn't say no. I don't want anybody to be for me. So no matter how you do it, you can't take it away. Even those who look in government, you don't expect everyone to like you. Even those who are working within government who may not like you, when they see privately, they'll tell you, boy, they'll say the truth too.
Yes, when you are
they'll tell you that when it comes to infrastructure, they'll give you a pass mark.
Well.
But when it comes to, you know, human capital development.
No,
yes.
I didn't want to say this. Yes. I didn't want to say this. Yes, where do you think that meeting was held with workers? Where was it? The meeting was held in my parlor.
It was a big win, actually.
I don't want to tell you what, you know, people like to, look, come, what is my business that the director call police for another staff? It becomes my problem. What's my business there? What's my business that somebody failed the exam? Do I mark exam for civil servants? Do I mark exam for promotion? What's my business? It is as you recommend to me, I will sign. What's my business? That, oh, look, they said, oh, they gave them land and I revoked it. I said, look, I put my integrity. If you find out I did, I resign as a minister. In any case, what are you doing with the land? But that's not the point. Everything people come out to claim, you cannot substantiate it. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have, because it's over, it's over. But you see, why I try to also make a point to people, it's not everybody can cajole. It's not everybody. Some people called me, look, election is coming. I said, what is that? Am I in the ballot? Even those who are working with you, I can tell you so many prominent people, all the ruling party, the comments they were making, I laughed. I said, if you know me very well, then you won't even do that. Because I do know that you have nothing substantial to claim against me. I didn't do anything. In the first place, you were never, none of you would have been a permanent secretary. It has never existed here. Somebody came and said, look, no, you cannot retard their growth. You didn't go on strike. Somebody did it. By pleading with Mr. President, bringing back the hope of the people. They've never had a head of service. Somebody said, look, Mr. President, look at this law. Mr. President, agreed. They never had a civil service of their own. Somebody, the problem we have always had in this country that just people think when you blackmail them, they should succumb. I said I would not succumb. And I didn't do it. And I will never do it. Instead, I go. Anything I know that is not, I will not. There's so many, so many campaigns of calumny have been said against me, and I laugh. I know where they are coming from. But I know that leadership is what it takes.
You made the allegations of what? Land grabbing?
What is that? Do you grab what?
So do you campaigns of calumny, so we're trying to understand which.
Why land grabbing? Do you grab what you're in control? Do you go and grab what you are in control? What is all this issue of land? Let me tell you, when there's a norm, there's a pattern, you come to change, people will fight you. Be prepared, people will fight you. I see a lot of things, I laugh. And I know that people don't like, change is one thing that people don't accept. Usually accept. No. And part of the problem people have said against me, I take decisions and I don't go back. It may hurt you, but I didn't do it intentional. It's for the good and growth of the place. If I could do River State to grow to what people are saying. In fact, one of the reasons why I work harder is because when Mr. President appointed me, I'm very big minister of FCT. So many people kicked against it because I'm not from a particular place. And I said, I will show a difference. You don't need to come from a place before you can say, you're also part of this. And that's what is going on. And everybody has shut their mouth off.
Let's spend the next 30 minutes or so
yes.
on developmental issues in the FCT.
Yes.
Because we do know that we are preparing for the 3rd anniversary of Mr. President. We know a lot of projects are ongoing and all of that. But let's just backtrack a little bit to some of the projects that have actually been completed but are not working in favor of the people.
Like what?
Let's start with the bus terminal.
Yes, that's very good. Now let me tell you.
It's not working.
That's what
tell us what the problem really is.
That's why you should know about government. We said we would not run it. That government is not a good businessman, right? We need private people. And they gave us a cost. And that cost is beyond ministerial approval. And so I have to go to the BPP. And BPP has given us approval, which we have to go to FEC. Right? Because of the amount of money that will be charged. These are things that, well, it may be affected, but at the end of the day, you must follow due process. You will not, because people are crying, they want to use. I know how to do. Yes, I didn't go and build it just to build for something. But if that is what our law, procurement process is all about, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything.
Would you like to disclose the amount?
I've told it's beyond ministerial approval, so you go and check what's your business. What is important is that see where we are. And I believe that the moment FEC hosts, it will be approved. And nobody would want to go and start that work where he has no approval, no paper. It's like what's happening about land. Somebody gives you land, oh, don't worry, I'm here. At the end of the day, you leave. The man has no documentation, no nothing. They say, oh, I've been here for 20 years. It's immaterial whether you have been here for 20 years. This is that, do you have document to show why you are there for 20 years? That's what it is. So we should bear with us.
You're doing some things about waste management.
Yes.
But the feedback we're getting is that there's still uncollected wastes in Garki, Wuse, Nyanya, Apo. In fact,
it's not correct. Let me tell you what.
Even as at this morning,
not correct.
I saw it in Apo on the way out. So it's
yes,
correct.
But you see, this is the problem I have. First of all, have you appreciated the fact that it has improved? You have not done that. No, I'm coming. And I tell people.
But I started by saying we know you're taking some decisions.
No, that is not appreciation.
Oh, we just have to tell you what we're seeing.
No, the point I'm making that have we improved? Have we improved? Yes or no? Yes. Then we now move to. But just you see, let me tell you something, and that's why we set up a center. You see, there are contractors, whether I like it or not, that I can't not be everywhere. I cannot be everywhere, whether I like it or not. Sometimes I was going to Karo, from Karo to Karachi, Apo, to check the road of Karachi, Apo. As I go to Karo, I was livid. I called the coordinator yesterday. I said, I will sack you immediately, irrespective of who brought you. I said, if this is not clear 24 hours, I'll sack you. I was going to inspect the road from Apo to Wasa, the dualization of the second part of it that CGC is doing. At this side, look at the refuse. I didn't waste time. I said, if I see this refuse, in fact, when I traveled to UK to visit the family of my late senator, the city was sending me picture in the night what they are doing. But let us try ourselves the simple truth too. Even as we are passing, people are building houses, right? They believe that they will bring everything, take for the old zincs and the rest, and come and dump. For government to come and cut away. I have no problem. That also tells you one very difficult thing to do in government is waste disposal. Why? It takes a lot of finance. You know that? It takes a lot of finance. Before, we don't know the contractors and everything was in the best. I call them political contractors. It was December. You remember? We have to give new people, and then I said, look, particularly there are areas I will not accept. I'm not saying that even if there's refuse in the other place I will accept, but there are areas that you can't, because it is the eye of the city for there to be that kind of refuse. And I told them, and I said, look, if I get any complaint of refuse along this area, you are bound to lose your job. You don't even know who owns it. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, yes, we cannot say we have done 100%. No. Even when I was governor, nobody has gotten it 100% right. But that's not an excuse. We'll continue to do our best. The only thing I want you to do is the little we have done to improve the cleanliness of the city. I appreciate that. Not that you go one spot, for example, out of 2,000 spots, you see one refuse. Then the person who lives there, it may be working staff of Channel, it may be staff of AIT, it may be staff of Guardian. The next thing you do, that refuse everywhere in Abuja. You will not say that refuse is go to everywhere in Abuja and you know it's not correct. So the point I'm making is that we are doing our best. And now that you told me, as I leave this program, I have to go, who is the contractor in charge of that area? Mind you, you must have the political will to terminate a lot of contracts.
Which you have. Yes, sir.
Why do you think I have it now?
Don't you have?
Why do you think I have it now?
Don't you have?
So the other one, do you believe I have? So is this why you know I have?
Minister, the last time we spoke, I had asked you a question about the Jabi Lake and what your plans were for
No, Jabi Lake, who have given it that.
Exactly, but do you care to still enlighten the residents of Abuja on what they should expect? Because it's quite brilliant that you have taken action towards ensuring that it is facelifted and
why
turned
don't you
into...
like to surprise people?
Interesting.
Why don't you like to surprise people?
Okay, so what?
You know, no, what I'm trying to say, why don't you like to surprise people? Well, why do you, if I say it, what's a surprise again? But let me tell you, no, but let me tell you the truth. It's part of the problem. People took that land around Jabi 15, 20 years to develop the place. Nothing happened. Nothing. One of these days I was passing, so what is this? Look at, this is a prime area. I called the director of land administration. What's happening here? We saw the game and said, oh, revoke it. Ah! Who is who in Nigeria? It's easy for you. You don't know what to pass through. Who is who in Nigeria? Calling you, of course. I just said, look, what do you want me to do? You would have called me when I'm not taking the decision. I'm taking the decision. And then I can do about it. Sorry. But again, you have to, well, whether I like it or not, there are people you must respect. That's okay. The only condition now I will give you, because there was no agreement signed with the FCT, nothing. That's okay. There are people from Lagos who also applied. As to what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it into two. You sign an agreement for me, in the next 6 months, you've done 70% of the development. In next, you've done this. If you don't do it in 6 months' time, you take our land back. Right?
Honorable Minister.
No, let me finish now. So, and they were surprised. After about 3 weeks, I passed, I've lost everything. I called the other land, called them. That 3 weeks has passed too. 3 weeks have passed. Go there now. They are working. It will be something that you'll be very happy at the end when it is done. There's a hotel there. What bonds to whatever. I said, look, this is what people will like. We all travel. Whoa, look how beautiful. Is it a magic? That we cannot also do the same thing. So, but you see, the point we are trying to say that so many of these things, you take decisions, people don't know why you take such a decision. But they turn around to say, you are grabbing the land. Then when they just blackmail you, and you will not defend me. In fact, you will say, you think so.
No, we are always calling you a spokesman. We are always calling you a spokesman.
Who?
Larry, like, he's always appearing in our studios.
What do you mean by that? Is he not my spokesman? Is he with you here? What do you mean? Is he not paid to defend me?
Honorable Minister, because we are around this Jabi Lake project, I think the agreement was signed this February.
Yes.
Based on what you spoke about. And I personally, because when you talk about Abuja, it's about politics and probably real estate. But I see that through your agencies, you are beginning to rethink the federal capital, because beyond the tourism hub which you are trying to develop there, across that road is where you have Nigeria tourists. They are just across there. You have a couple of hotels there. So when that comes to full operation, that whole road will be a very busy. Even every Saturday when you go there in the morning, from morning till night. And then there's also the film village. the Abuja Film Village that has also been, I think, which agency of
That's
of
where you
FCT?
have the film village.
The Film Village.
Do you know when the facilities, the government, FCT government did the whole roads there? Not when they were just leasing the land for sale. When I came, I said, no. I said, I won't take it again. We got people from what they call Dubai City Walk.
Yeah.
Come and see petitions. Come and see petitions. Oh, he has taken the land, this and this and that. It didn't bother me. I called CGC. There's a particular road the people wanted. I said, look, go and see what they're doing there now. I'm not the one to benefit from it at the end of the day. I don't think I'll be here before that is finished. But whoever is coming will be difficult for him to change that. People say, hey, something must be wrong with you. But see, taking that decision, you don't know what will pass through. But like I said, that's what leadership is all about.
All right.
Everything must not be easy. Yes.
All right, Honorable Minister, very commendable. In fact, I don't know what you're trying to do at the Abuja City Gate, but I'm very happy that something is going to come out beautiful out of there, because that's the gateway into the city. And it tells me that people are beginning to return investor confidence into the city.
Have you been to our city gate? The gate, I mean, yes.
And I'm seeing that you're also not leaving yourself out at the Life Camp runabout here. It's like the biggest runabout in Nigeria.
I'm talking about when you're entering Abuja, what do you call it now?
Was the city gate?
Yes.
Abuja City Gate. That's what I was making reference to, sir.
Have you seen what's going on there?
No, we know there's construction, but we don't really know. Yes.
By May, go and see what will be there.
And
because that is not befitting. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, because a lot of complaints have always come out of that. It's an eyesore when you enter into the capital of Nigeria. So my question is...
It's an eyesore because I'm the one here.
No, before now. I mean, before now. I'm talking of before now, Honorable Minister. That's why I say it's highly commendable, because people say Abuja is soulless, no arts around and all of that. Now, my question is, Abuja turned 50 in February last year, and we had expected the federal government of Nigeria, led by President Tinubu, who is the governor of the city, and your humble self as his representative in Abuja here, to actually enlighten Nigerians on where the city was and where it is today, and maybe where it will be in the future. But we didn't really see that coming. Okay, can you talk to us what the Tinubu administration plan is for Abuja in the next 50 years?
That's you like a fanfare. You like ceremony. You like ceremony. And 50 years. Let's do ceremony. What Abuja was. So what will help the people? But that's not the point. We decided not to. I want to package it together with President 3 years in office. The mere fact that today is my birthday doesn't mean I will celebrate my birthday today. These are just surprises. You've now made me let the cat out of the which is not. So you don't need to. What I'm trying to say, we don't want to take the shine. It is Mr. President that have to take the shine. It is administration. And
no more cat, I like it to let out of the bag. I was thinking about the other day, and commendably, Arab road, it's other reports.
Why do you call it Arab road? Is it Arab road?
I don't know. That's the name. I cannot change the name. That place belongs to Arab contractors.
Are they paying anybody to have that?
Well, maybe the honorable minister will have to take them up to come and pay for the name.
But no, let me tell you, by the time you take decision down, that's a Mazango. Now, we don't want to promote
tension
our communities. We don't want to.
Okay.
Now, but if you go and say stop it now, some people thinking they'll go in a religious way. That's not because it's Arab. You know, it's. But again, that is where we are.
Okay.
That's society that we're in.
All right.
And we don't want our communities to come out.
All right.
That is a publicity. Why am I going to publicize Arab? How will I do that? Is it my job? If they're going to pay money to us, then we can do that.
All right, Honorable Minister. Rehabilitation of that road is ongoing, and I can attest to that. But there's one place where the people there are begging for your attention as well. This one is very crucial. Perhaps maybe for a long time they've been no. Perhaps for a very long time they've been under the Abuja municipal area. That's Lugbe.
Lugbe.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that the FCT has taken over the operations of
the technology village, which
of
is
that
Abuja
sprawling
City.
area, what is your master plan to develop Lugbe to a standard?
Okay. Let me tell you. Work according to the resources you have. I don't want to make promises I cannot fulfill. And no one government, no matter how long you stay, can solve all the problems. You can't. You can't. My major problem today is I can develop that my Tama 2, right? Which has been there for years, where the land have allocated. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. So people have paid for many years, and virtually more than 3,000 persons. And it's a place that by the time we develop it, you see, population begin to move down, and so that we can decongest here. Now let me tell you, that project is costing us by the approval of the Executive Council 600 something billion.
600
something billion. Now, tell me the truth. Even if FCT has the whole money, can I carry the whole money and put on that project? Certainly not. Certainly not. But it's a major project, very important project that must be done. So when you say develop Lugbe, develop this place, it's good. But is it realizable now? It cannot, based on our finances. It's not. And I tell people that truth.
There's a hospital you visited, sorry, not a hospital, a community you visited in 2024. And now they're saying we should remind you, when you came there, you got the community excited. It's Samu Bakwe Road in Apple.
Samu Bakwe Road is not the community.
Yeah, well, they said that, well, there's a community.
No, you said there's a community, they told you to remind me.
Yes.
Ask them what's the name of that community.
Well, whatever the name is, they
so how will I know what I told them?
Let me describe it. You know you visited the place in 2024.
I've visited so many places.
This one is in Samu Bakwe Road in Apple,
near
Cedar Crest Hospital.
We are Cedar.
Near Cedar Crest Hospital. They said you visited the place.
No, the road is we are about to Zebra Z.
I think that nothing is being done. I mean, that's why they're asking.
That's the point we are making. You see, that's what you must have to mobilize them first. But that's why I had problem with the police people where they were doing all that high tension. I have to go and knock down the building, and they said they will shoot, they will do this. These are the kind of things we are talking about. Now I remember, it's an important road. For me, there's no road that's not important in Abuja. Look, the only thing that makes me happy when I see a lot of text, please remember us, which means they realize that something's going on somewhere. So it makes me happy. It makes me happy. And it should make people happy.
All right, there's also a request from another community in Karo of an abattoir which is being used by lots of drug peddlers and all of that. Recently, a young person was killed in that place because of drug and all of that. And they want that abattoir to be relocated. What can you do about that? Yeah. And then also the Abuja University of Science and Technology, that when will academic activities commence, Honorable Minister?
They also told you that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see the letter. Even the abattoir, that's why should be located. Tell them to write me a letter.
So a letter was written, Honorable Minister.
No letter. Want to to me directly?
Yes,
no,
to your
letter.
office, sir.
Bring the copy.
Okay, sir.
I know you are from here.
Yes, actually.
Abuja University of Science and Technology.
Yes, sir.
Go and see what is going on with projects and the rest of it. You see, our problem here is that we just want to have a university. But nobody says, how do we have a quality university? And when I went there, in 2023, I said, what is this? Even as a secondary school, I can't send my worst enemy. They said, oh, they want it like that. I said, no, not one here. So now we are building lecturers' quarters, amphitheater, classrooms, and this and that. People should be patient.
Now, Minister, you seem to always have something up your sleeve, and like you said, you like to surprise people with goodies in the FCT. And you rightly also pointed out that from tomorrow, you will begin a thank you visit to area councils within the Federal Capital Territory. Now, it's less than 3 months to Mr. President's third year in office. Are we expecting yet another spree of commissioning within the Federal Capital Territory?
Do you need to be told?
Another surprise?
Do you need to be told? Well, no, yeah, when I say by the time President will destroy the anniversary, you don't need to be told. That's something you are seeing it with your eyes, so that cannot be a surprise. We have deluge of projects. Projects. Deluge.
Honorable Minister, one political question before we go. The talks is that there was a national campaign council by the All Progressives Congress to campaign for APC candidates in this last election, with the governor of Kwara State, the chairman. But it looks like you overshadowed all of them, and they didn't really have to do so much, including the deputy speaker and all of that.
I don't know what you mean by overshadow. You were there when the deputy speaker said, with the performance of the minister, they have no problems. That my performance will bring them to win an election. So I don't know what you mean by overshadowing. But with all due respect, let me tell you, I want to use this opportunity to thank the chairman, the governor of Kwara, thank the governor of Ogun Dabo. They were very, very concerned, and they were, in fact, making sure that, giving me the necessary support. But I can also tell you, so many people do want to tell me to fail. It's true. We are all politicians. So many people wanted me to fail. I know. And so being a politician, look, we can see, we can feel it, we know. But we have to tell them that we are old in this game. You understand me? But I commend Dapo, Abiodun, and the governor of, and then the governor of Kogi. Okay. No, that's how I never appeared anywhere. So, governor of Kogi, who took his time to coordinate Abaji. I commend people who are really sincere to work with you to achieve results. I don't miss words, and I don't give a damn. I'm not here to worship anybody. I'm not here to. My job is, when my appointer is happy, I'm okay. Any other person can be unhappy. It's not my business.
Just so we keep tabs, would you like to quickly mention some of the projects that Mr. President...
I don't even know where to start. But let me just tell you one that's very basic. Provision of water in the satellite towns. President made it possible by releasing funds. Water in Buare, Kauru, Karisha, Orazo, all those areas. Now, by the grace of God, May, June, we have commissioned that. It's very key. Very, very key. Very, very key. So many roads. I've not commissioned schools before. You know that. People are forcing that we should. There are so many schools. So many. So we'll see how we can, fix in 1 or 2, 3, 4 schools. But of course, like the roads are so many too. So many.
I saw that it's in the roundabout here. Is it a kind of ring road? Each time I pass through the place, I don't understand what they're trying to do. The one at the life camp,
there's one
that you also
N5 will be commissioned there. It's ready now.
Kind of ring road.
Yeah, it leads to Ring Road 2. It leads to Ring Road 2. The one that will not be completed is the Northern Parkway, where if you are coming, that's well, you may call it the roundabout, where Joseph is walking.
Yes.
No, that cannot be completed now. That's a very long. It's about 5 bridges and the rest.
Yeah, what is it a bridge you are doing there?
No, it's a roundabout. It's a ring road. It's a ring road, not a roundabout. Yeah, you can see the pillars for the flyovers. Yeah. Yeah.
Honorable Sir, just before we go, what's been your relationship with your colleague, Honorable Zafani Ajisalo, who's the APC representative from here, an indigenous person at the Federal Executive Council? I was curious to know during the last elections.
What do you mean by relationship?
In terms of politics, because I mean, he is the APC number one.
I'm in PDP, so...
Yeah, but of course, you needed to have partnered together to deliver the FCT politics.
I don't know. I won't lie to you about that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
He likes going alone.
I don't know. I will never tell you lies. I don't know.
Yeah, with the Minister of Special Duty.
We'll have to drop the anchor here, Honorable Minister, if you don't mind. Thank you so very much, sir, for your time. Let me thank my colleagues too. Chooks is the first time. We found it very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Thank you. And of course, Summer.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for having us again.
Chijoke.
Always a pleasure, Minister.
Very sure. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. We are always for you.
Ayo.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's good we are serious.
Well, that's the end of this edition of Ministerial Chats. We'll be back again, but we don't know when. We thank the Honorable Minister for allowing us to yet again intrude on his space. Thank you too for investing your time with us across all the channels. My name is Benga Aruleba. We'll see you around.
Thank you for your time.